I want to bring in Michael Geoghegan. He's a political analyst based in Victoria. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So this trade deal, the CPTPP, has been in the works for some time. Can you break down for us the biggest benefits Canada expects to see?
Well, one of the things is that we were never able to get a bilateral deal with Japan. And so as part of this trade agreement, we now are able to have the freer movement of goods and services between a whole host of Pacific Rim nations. Certainly the previous president, Barack Obama, saw this as advantageous for the United States in terms of countering the growing economic might of China. And then Donald Trump came along and pulled the United States out. So it's actually given both Canada, Australia, and New Zealand a bit of a leg up on the U.S. in terms of getting our agricultural products to market into Asian countries. So I think it will certainly benefit Canada. And meanwhile, the United States, by its unilateral actions, has once again shot itself in the foot.
All right, I want to switch gears to another political story that we're watching, and that has to do with the NDP leader, Jagmeet Singh. The Liberals have now named a candidate to run against him in next year's by-election in the BC riding of Burnaby South. So how big of a political test will this be for Singh?
Oh, this is going to be huge. Burnaby has in the past elected, parachute leadership NDP candidates before, of course, going right back to Tommy Douglas. So if Jagmeet Singh does not win this by-election, I'd say it's pretty much game over in terms of his leadership of the NDP going into what will be an election year. We're going to have an election fall of 2019. So this is extremely critical. The Liberals have nominated Karen Wang. She owns a daycare company. She was a provincial Liberal candidate, so someone who is known and recognized within the riding. And so it's going to be very interesting given where the federal numbers, polling numbers are between the Liberals, the NDP, and the Conservatives.
Yeah, and it's a really interesting time for the NDP in general because we also have two NDP premiers, one in BC, one in Alberta, and they couldn't be at greater odds over the need to build the Trans Mountain pipeline. So how pivotal is this issue, the pipeline and the oil crisis, for the federal leaders as we head into this 2019 election?
Oh, I think the integrity, the economic and political integrity of the country is at stake here because, it's not like we're not using oil. We're bringing in Saudi and Venezuelan oil by tanker to the East Coast because apparently we can't build a pipeline to the Atlantic from Alberta. Because of BC's actions, Alberta can't get its product to the West Coast, and so they're having to sell at a discount to the Americans, and in a sense, they're captive as a producer. That is causing tremendous economic hardship in Alberta, and it's going to lead to significant protests. There's a convoy to Ottawa planned for February 20th, and it's a situation that unless the federal government figures out a way to help Alberta get its #1 product to market, expect those protests to get more vociferous and perhaps even more violent.
Well, we will watch the situation as it unfolds. We'll have to leave it there for now. Michael Geoghegan joining us in Victoria. Thank you so much.
Thank you.